Hey folks, this is GreenXI welcoming you back to the Green Vlog. It is the 13th of September 2014. I just got back from picking my mother up from Tesco's because I realised at about 1 o'clock that I was supposed to be picking her up at 1:45. Actually completely forgot and was late and everything. But she was late coming out as well, so it all worked out. It was pretty good really. I don't know how that worked, but it did. Anyways, the most important thing I want to talk about in this vlog is that I'm going on holiday soon. On the... let's have a look. I am leaving here on the 19th of September, so Friday, next Friday coming. And I'll be back... oh god, when will I be back? The 3rd? No, the 1st. The 1st of October. So, I won't be recording anything to upload while I'm away. I'm going to have a complete break from everything at home, including YouTube stuff and Twitch and everything like that. I'm going to Spain. It's going to be nice. It's in September, so it's not going to be boiling hot. It'll still be hot, but at night everyone will wear like jumpers and stuff. And, you know, it's not as bad as in summer. It's not as bad as in summer. It's supposed to have been gotten cooler about August, but you know. So I'm not going to be doing anything. I know you can upload automatically while you're away kind of thing, but I really want to have a clean break. And, you know, I don't do it very often. So, there's that. And that means that I want to get Final Fantasy Tactics finished off, my Let's Play, by the... yeah, on the Tuesday. That'll be the last day of episodes. There'll be 3 episodes uploaded on Tuesday. And then Wednesday and Thursday I'm going to have off. I might put a vlog up, I might not. I want to put something up, but I don't know what yet. We'll see. And that's most important stuff, I suppose. oh no. Talking of important things, we have got these. They are Mugano crackers with Philadelphia on them, and it's chili Philadelphia. It is the best stuff in the world. The best stuff. They've come out with loads of different flavours in the UK lately, and it's not the same as it was before. I think it is. It keeps moving! Anyway, it is amazing, but I haven't long cleaned my teeth, so I won't be able to taste it, so I want to wait a bit until it goes down and then, you know, stupid timing to clean my teeth when I'm about to eat, but there we go. What else? Oh yeah, I tried streaming using Twitch. I've done it on the PS4, through the PS4, you just press share, sign your account up, connect it to the PS4, and you can get going straight away, and it works really well. The only thing is you've got limited games for the PS4 now, don't have much of a library out yet. So I did all of Outlast, and that worked out really well. Whistleblower, the DLC for Outlast, which is really good. I really recommend that. It's got some unique ideas, unlike the actual game, Outlast. Outlast I felt like didn't have many unique ideas, and it was just quite boring after an hour or something. But Whistleblower was a lot better. Short, and not worth £7 or whatever it is, but it's good. It is good. I'm looking forward to Evil Within, because I want to stream that as well. As soon as I get it. That's going to be a Halloween stream if you're interested. I've also tried streaming through the PC, through Twitch on there, and that's worked out well. The only thing is, I live in the country-ish area, so the connection isn't brilliant. So now and again I'll get a bit of lag while watching, but it never crashes. It's crashed once, I think, but otherwise, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I've also tried streaming via PC, but console games, like my GameCube, I tried to stream a bit of Resident Evil Zero, and it worked out well. The only thing is, I use the same monitor for my PC as my consoles, so I couldn't actually see the chat window while playing games. I had to switch over to the gaming side of the monitor, kind of thing. If anyone has any idea how to change that, I'd love to hear it. I have no idea. It did crash at the end, but I think that was because I stopped the recording and restarted it. And I think other people were meant to refresh the window or something like that. I'm not too sure, but it's really good. I'm enjoying streaming. It's very different to recording episodes and stuff. I'm still definitely going to carry on recording Let's Plays like I normally do, But I also want to start streaming a bit more as well when I have the time. When I come back off holidays, I'll start. Maybe not daily, but I will start. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitch. It is twitch.tv/GreenyXI, and you'll find my channel. And just put follow on there, and you'll get an email every time I start streaming. That's how it works on there. And I've also linked to Twitter, so it's a tweet every time I start streaming, whichever way you want to look at it. I think, yeah, that's twitter.com/GreenyXI. It's an extra I. I can't remember why. I can't remember if that's true either. Either way, if you go on my channel, on my YouTube channel, you will see on the banner at the top, it's got a little Twitter icon. Just click on that and it'll take you to it. Anyways, other than streaming, which I found fun, but I need a better connection in general, I've been playing Danganronpa 2 on the Vita. I finished chapter 1, had the first trial, you know, the first person has died, and the first murderer has been punished as well. That was amazing. It's just as good as the first game so far, I really believe that. The characters, I don't think they're quite as bright and stand-out-ish as in the first game, but at the same time, they're still really unique, I think, and they got the anime sort of traits that you'd expect from that sort of game. It's a visual novel, it is, where you're stuck on an island. I think it's 12 or 16 of you, and you all die off, you all kill each other off, and you have class trials to decide who the murderer is. If the murderer is caught, then the murderer gets punished by the system. I don't know how to explain it without going into depth, and I don't want to. So, gets punished by a system and then starts again. But if the murderer gets away with it, then all the other classmates die and the murderer escapes the island, kind of thing. So that's their incentive to kill. So that's really fun. It's on the Vita. I've also been playing a tiny bit of Tales of Xillia too. I've got, I think it's chapter 5, where you start getting all your characters back. You get Rowan from the first game. You get, well, a couple of them. I know my favourite location from the first game is like this really bland, dull, grey tower thing that you have to make your way around. I think it's not a tower, but yeah. It's an amazing game. I really like it, but I just haven't played it that much lately since Final Fantasy Tactics took over and Danganronpa is taking over now, and I'll be going on holidays, but I'll finish Danganronpa and then come back to Xillia probably. I've got the craving to start Skies of Arcadia again, because I loved that and I never finished it. I think I probably got about halfway through, and that was years ago when the GameCube was still sort of going, kind of thing. Yeah, I want to finish Wind Waker too, go for the Wind Temple, but that don't seem to be happening either. Things keep getting in the way, you know. Anyways, oh yeah, this Yuminiko has arrived. It's probably the sluttiest cover for a book I've ever seen, where they're all showing. But, you know, it's Japanese, you expect that sort of thing. And this time is episode 4, the start of episode 4. And a new family member has come to the island, where, I don't know if you know what Yuminiko is all about, is a whole family goes to this island, where they own a mansion, and they're all trapped on the island because of a storm and everything. They're all dying off, and they don't know who the killer is in the family, or if there's even someone in the family. It's really good. And then in the end they're all dead, and it starts again in the next book, kind of thing. Well, in this episode, it's a new family member joining them. Her name is Angie. Angie is something really Japanese, their surname, and I can't remember. Yeah, I can't. I'm not good with Japanese names. They'll sort of mould together, you know, meld together. But anyway, Angie's joining it, so it's exciting to see how she's going to affect all the deaths and everything. The first 2 chapters so far have just been about introducing her, kind of thing, what she's like at school, how she's surviving without the rest of the family, because it's after the whole murder thing, but it's going to go back in time and take her to the island, I think. Because the book is a lot to do with magic as well. And the second chapter is about this little girl. She's one of the family members, little girl, who can do magic. Or she thinks she can. In this episode it looks like she actually can, because things to change around. It's like different universes, where the characters can be slightly different in each one, which keeps it interesting. And I'm really looking forward to reading more. I can't wait. What else am I doing? I'm watching this show on Netflix called 8 out of 10 Cats. I think it's a very British show. I don't know if Americans would really know what it is or watch it or anywhere outside the UK. It's this sort of panel show. If you've heard of Mock the Week, News of the World, Never Mind the Buzzcocks, Would I Lie to You? These are all very British panel comedy sort of shows. QI, that's another one. Where they're all comedians pretty much. They might put in an Olympian athlete now and again. They might put in some author, some actor now and again to join the panel. And they all just make jokes about whatever the show's about. 8 out of 10 Cats is supposed to be about the news of the week kind of thing. And they all discuss it, make jokes about it. But it's also supposed to be about statistics and polls, but it's not. They mention a statistic now and again, but it is not. It's just not about that. It's a lot of comedy. It's really good, and I recommend it if you fancy a bit of British comedy. It's not too dry either. It's not as blatant as like American comedy. It's not out there, but it's not too dry. I think they tread the water a bit with how offensive they can be, and that's what makes it brilliant. Yeah. Last of all, The Sims 4. I haven't got it myself, but I've seen a couple of people let's play in it. You know, you see it about, don't you? Whenever a big game comes up, all the let's plays go, "Wah!" They're like vultures around those big games, aren't they? I don't do that because I prefer to play games I like, not games that I think will be popular for other people. As selfish as that might be, I don't know, but that's what it is. The Sims 4 looks really good. It looks like it's going back to the start with The Sims. It's very basic, like The Sims 1 was. It hasn't got too many features going on. You can't leave. I've heard that you can't leave your house and check out the mall, check out the cinema and stuff. But to be fair, in The Sims 3 you could do that. But whenever you went to the mall, to the cinema, you couldn't even see inside the buildings anyway. You couldn't watch a film in the cinema. You couldn't check out the shops in the mall. You know, you couldn't experience the things properly anyway. So I'm glad they got rid of it. It felt really empty and boring. That's my view on it anyway. But The Sims 4, nice graphics. A lot of people, for some reason, seem to be dying a lot. And that's not something that happens in The Sims. You don't die a lot unless you do it intentionally. Or you just starve them to death, you know? So I'm surprised about that. I'm surprised they are dying so much. I think that's an element of realism in the survival thing. Not that a lot of people die while failing cooking and stuff, but it adds a bit more tension, maybe? And you see the Grim Reaper coming along, and I remember in other Sims games, you could sort of have a fiddle competition with the Grim Reaper, or you could, you know, beg him to keep you alive with a different family member or something. I didn't see that in this one, but maybe that's because there wasn't any other family members begging to beg in the Let's Plays I was watching. I do want it, but I worry that my PC won't be able to handle it. It's not a bad PC, but lately there's been a couple of games that I haven't been able to play on it. I don't know if it's due to Windows 8, it could well be, we know what that's like. Or if it's just the processor. Is Intel i3 300? Something like that? I don't know. But that's supposed to be quite a low-end one, because I can't afford a big PC. I don't know how a lot of people can. Anyway. Oh yeah, some of those games that I've been trying. Amnesia. I wanted to stream that so bad because I've never played it and it would have been a blind stream. And the puzzles aren't meant to be too hard and you're not meant to die all that often kind of thing. So I wanted to do that. But whenever I went on it, it showed fine. The display was fine. It was just that the mouse, whenever I moved it even the tiniest bit, it would sort of go mad. It would go round and round in circles. If I moved it left, it would carry on going right. If I moved it up, it would just go right. It was like it was being dragged to the right, the whole control of the mouse. And it kept spinning the screen around. And that would make it lag. It would be like mouse lag. I got this mouse. If anyone fancies suggesting anything, I've tried a load of things. I've tried downloading this thing where you turn off like mouse acceleration, little things like that. I've turned down the sensitivity. I've done quite a bit that I can think of. It's a Logitech. No, I'll just read it. I don't think you can see it. M318E. That's M for mother. You know. Wired. I don't know. I've downloaded this application that was recommended to me by a mate, and it said that I should download it, turn off a couple of things, And I followed guides, I followed loads of stuff, and it just doesn't seem to work with the game. I haven't tried with a different mouse yet. Might not even be the mouse, who knows? But I haven't got another mouse here, so I'm keeping Amnesia. I'm not gonna send it back to Steam kind of thing. It's a Steam version. Because if I send it back and I get a new mouse and I think, that could have worked, maybe I should just buy Amnesia again. I can't be bothered to do that. I'm gonna keep it until my mouse breaks, because I go through quite a few mice in a year. So yeah, I also tried Prison Architect and that didn't work out properly. The screen was all funny, but there's been a couple of updates since I last played it, so I should try it. I should try it again. That was a game I was really looking forward to, but I stopped just because it was playing up. You couldn't control the camera properly and it was all zoomed in. You couldn't do a lot of things. I couldn't. I don't know. I'll give it another try later, I suppose. But now is last of all. I know I said that before, but I'm going to the cinema soon. I'm going to be saying Before I Wake, is it called that? It's where there's this woman, she's an insomniac, so she can't sleep. But somehow, every time she wakes up, she forgets everything, like an amnesiac. Like a daily amnesiac kind of thing. She forgets everything of the last day. It reminds me of this comedy I saw ages ago. I can't remember the name of that either. But it's going to be good. It's starting at 5:15. I thought it would be like elements of horror, and I think that is what it is. But maybe it's more thriller than horror. It looks dark because of what happened to her to make her forget everything all the time. But not full-on horror like The Ring. And that's something. That's something actually. I've been reading The Ring, the book version. It's been translated into English a while ago actually. I've been reading it on the Kindle, it's only cheap. So far I've read 3 chapters I think, and it's only going to be a short-ish book. That I can tell. I haven't looked how many pages are in it. But it's only going to be short-ish. The writing's very stilted, as you'd expect from a translation from Japanese to English. It's not like a proper well-known author writing the English version that I know of. But what happens in it is very different from the American adaptation of the film, at least. And that's good. I think that's good. I don't like how American horror adaptations, they show the scary stuff, and that's always really interesting. But then towards the end, they do all the investigation side of things, and that's so boring. So boring. You just see the character looking through photos, going through archives, checking out what happened in the past to make the horror stuff happen. Who cares? I just want to see the deaths and the blood. It's quite sadistic, I suppose, but that's why you watch a horror film, isn't it? Especially Japanese horror, where you want to see all the hair go mad, because that's what they like. For some reason, Japanese horror writers and directors like hair. Is that really that scary? But it is exciting to watch, and I love it. Anyways, this has been GreenyXI. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I think you should. I'll see you again in a bit, folks.